and welcome to Wonders of the World. My name is Drew Varenkamp, and I'm launching this new podcast to tell the story of our species, our civilization, and our planet through trips to the Earth's great places. The wonders. You know, the bucket list. Lists are big business. Go to your local bookstore or Amazon. 500 things to eat, 1,000 places to see, 500 things to do with your kids, or check out Facebook or any other website, and the lists just keep coming. What you might not know is that this list obsession isn't a new thing. You see, back in the 4th century BC, Alexander the Great conquered the whole of the Western world. In the aftermath of his conquests, the Greeks found they could travel all over to places like Egypt, Persia, and Babylon, places they could never have visited before, and these impetuous tourists would write about what they had seen. Lists of the wonders you absolutely must visit before you die became the BuzzFeed clickbait lists of their generation. Most of these lists had 7 wonders, because 7 is a lucky number. Always has been. Well, one list has survived the 24 centuries since. The pyramids, the Hanging Gardens, the statue of Zeus, the Temple of Artemis, the Mausoleum, the Colossus, and the Great Lighthouse. They became the stuff of legends, especially since one of them, the Hanging Gardens, might never have existed at all. Only one of these 7 still survives today. And since then, we've recognized all sorts of other places as wonders. The Great Wall, Machu Picchu, the Colosseum. Each one is a magnificent example of human accomplishment. We also recognize natural wonders, like the Great Barrier Reef, Victoria Falls, or Yellowstone, places that reflect the splendor of our planet. I want to talk about all of these amazing locations. But this podcast isn't just about the wonders themselves. Each of these places has a story. Not only the story of its creation, but of the country or city that built it, that special chapter that those men and women hold in our great shared history. For example, telling the story of the Statue of Liberty isn't just about the giant copper statue itself, or how Bertoldi layered his copper plates onto Gustave Eiffel's iron framework. It's about how French liberals were disenchanted with life in the Second Empire, how the statue became a beacon for millions of immigrants who sailed into New York Harbor, how they lived in Lower East Side tenements, and how the food they brought changed New York and America forever. So for each wonder, I'll spend about half an hour to talk about it, just long enough to make it through your commute. Yes, I'll cover how to see it, logistics and such, but I'll focus on the story of the place. Who built it? What were they like? What's their culture like? The food, the history. Each of these places is an integral piece to the story of our world, and I'll use them to tell those stories. I'll also highlight other places to visit while you're there, and a local delicacy that you can cook at home to get you in the mood. So what's on our list? We'll start our adventure with the original 7 because they're the classics. Then we'll go through 84 more architectural triumphs, from the prehistoric to the modern. In the process, we'll visit the wonders of China, India, pre-Columbian America, as we meander across 6 continents. In addition, we'll see 49 more esoteric wonders, the world's great museums, the most important places in the arts and the sciences, that sort of thing. Throughout that process, we'll intersperse 60 natural wonders, from Everest to the migration of the monarch butterflies, and everything in between. There's one major rule with what qualifies as a wonder. Besides the original 7, all the other wonders have to be places that you can visit today as a traveler. And what exists needs to be significant, so you're not just staring at a lonely column in a swamp somewhere. I've been working on this list of 200 wonders for more than 20 years, and I fully admit that this is ridiculous. There are, as I mentioned, plenty of lists out there, but this one is mine. And now that I have graduated school, married a beautiful wife, and have 2 healthy, strong, and brilliant children, this list basically represents the sum total of my continuing ambition in life. I've been to 49 of the 200, and hope to make it to all of them by the end. So why am I putting this on a podcast? I'm a geek. That's what geeks do. I don't claim to be an expert or that this list is the end-all and be-all of all the lists. As I said, there are plenty of lists out there. If you've been to any of these places, share your experience. If you disagree, and spoiler alert, most of you should disagree on episode 172, and you'll probably disagree on more than that, please make your case. This should be fun. It might be fun. I think it'll be fun. I hope you enjoy it too. I'll have a website set up, and you can contact us on Facebook or on Twitter, and I definitely welcome your feedback. I hope to get a new episode out every week to 2 weeks. Subscribe to make sure you get the new one, and thanks for exploring the world with me. Coming up next, episode number 1, the granddaddy of them all, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Next time on The Wonders of the World.